So basically, for purchasing, then the bid is on February 7th. It has to be at 2 o'clock. It has to be sealed envelope and brought to Division of Purchase on 421 Montgomery Street. There's no email. Nobody can email bids in. There is a 5% bid bond due at the time of the bid. And there's a performance bond of 25% of the amount of the contract. There's been a question on that. Any questions I'm going to have to answer in addendum. We'll take your questions down today and we'll get together, because I cannot just answer questions unless anybody's here, because anybody's bidder that didn't show up here, got to make sure that they get the answers to the questions. Nobody's privy to special information. So what I'm going to do is, when we get over with this, I'm going to get anybody's questions in writing, or I'll give you my email address and you can email me. I think I'm do a deadline for the 30th at 3 o'clock. I'll have the questions due by. So we will go with that. It's a prevailing wage job. There's a prevailing wage case number. Let's see, it's probably just after the proposal page, which it is. It would be page 14. The page is not numbered. The end on the proposal page. Then there's some terms and conditions which are numbered. So basically, that is what we're purchasing and require. There is on page 9 in the specs. There's contractor requirements due at time of the bid submittal or bid will be declared informal. It's about your drivers, no one's convicted of felony. There's probably 10 different terms here. If you have any questions on that, you put it in writing to me. I don't think there's anything else here. Basically, everything is listed here, what they want picked up and what they don't want picked up. And there's a total ton of pickups per year and locations. And all the requirements, environmental requirements, miscellaneous requirements. There is a section here for complaint resolutions. Any general questions on this? I mean, like I said, I can't answer it specific to the specification unless I answer everybody. And they'll be in writing via agenda.
So all the questions have to be submitted to you in writing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's a general.
My question was just on the general specifications.
Okay.
Not on the additional specifications.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is basically it. I don't know if there's any, like I said, anything general
Well,
or.
I've got a whole list of questions I want to ask. I'll go over it page by page. And the first thing I want to ask is, where did you advertise this? I can't find it anywhere in the public papers.
It would be in the Posterity. They only do Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday, was that?
That's the only days they advertise. Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
I didn't see it, that's why I'm asking. I'll check it. And I talked to Tracy, she doesn't know anything about it.
Who's Tracy?
She's a town clerk.
Okay. Oh, it's put in by Onondaga County. We do it.
Normally they post it on the bulletin board here, and it's not even there.
I don't have the answer for that. I know it was put in the paper.
Well, I'll check it. If I can't find it, I'll lose it in writing, okay?
Yes, but obviously you got a copy because we sent you a copy.
All right, here's the questions I have. This 5% security bond, is that on 1 year? Like I was
Yeah.
told the last time?
Yeah, and we will clarify that again too.
5% of 1 year.
Of
Not
the
2
first term is 2 10-month periods.
So it's one, the first.
I will
1 month-
clarify, like I said, I will clarify that to make sure. There'll be one question on it. The question is actually, because I'm going to do this in addendum, is on, there's a 5% bid bond, or yes, a bid bond of 5%. There's a 25% performance bond, but the pricing page has multiple years on here. So we're gonna clarify whether it's gonna be the first term or the multiple years. I think in the past, it's been on the first term. And I can say first year, because I think it's the first, it's 2 10-month periods. So we will clarify that.
Okay. Next question I got is, the last 3 times we did this, you've had 3 different periods of time for the contract. Why does it keep changing? The last
Oh,
time,
I don't know, I actually don't know that, because I was just going to do this.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good.
I just went over the basics,
Okay.
5% for bid bond,
Yep.
performance bond,
Yep.
prevailing wage case. Noted out that we have contracting requirements on page 9, go through that.
Okay.
There's a question on, and we're gonna do this in the addendum, on the bid security and performance bond. Is it based on the total contract for all bid or just that first
We
bid?
put it in there as a total contract.
Is it the total, you want the
Yeah.
total contract?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
We
I'm sorry.
don't answer that in addendum.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yes,
Because you gotta look at the total cost
yep,
of what it is for that contract over the period,
okay.
right?
okay, would that include any additional, if the town decides to go for an additional 2 years, do we have to?
No. No. I will clarify that, I will clarify that.
Okay, I'm going here.
I'm just saying that roughly this contract went off at about $295,000 per year when you guys awarded it this past February. So you're telling me you want a performance bond of 25% of, say, it went off at the same $300,000?
Yeah.
You want a performance bond for 25% of $600,000?
Yes, but we will clarify that, we'll look at that in writing.
So you're taking the word contract out, you're gonna put term in instead. Because contract would be the 1 10-month period.
We will clarify that.
Okay, on page 19, it says excluded materials, and on the bottom it says mulch. Why would you exclude mulch if this material is going to be composted?
Why would we exclude it?
The old mulch that they break up and put in a can, they can go right in with leaves, brush.
And what page was that?
It's page 19.
Page 4.
Which was page 19?
No, not, it says 19 on mine, right there. Mulch is something that would normally be picked up with yard waste.
This is what was in the specification, we will clarify that. Like you said, that, I cannot answer the question specifically because it has to be in the addendum. So if you want to go over your question, if you just want to put your questions in writing to me, or I'll give you my email, and we can just go to that, so go line by line.
Okay, on the schedule of service, the successful contractors establish a specified route Monday through Friday for collection collection. Would that be identical to what's happened in the past?
I have not been in the town of
Because
Cicero, so
they
I
always
have not.
publish something, and it's always the same. So
Well,
would
this
this be
is-
any different?
I do not know the answer to that
I'll
question.
ask the question already, okay? Okay, there's another one left. Now, we're required to notify the customers, or taxpayers, or whatever you call them, by either personal delivery or first-class mail. Will the town give us a list with the names, with the addresses of all the people at property?
I'll clarify, like I said, these
How
questions
how
I'll
else will we
clarify.
find them?
I will clarify this in the
It's stated right in here that they will give you a list of residents that have to be serviced, that you have to mail cards to, and it's right in this.
With the addresses?
They have to give you the addresses aren't in the proposal.
Yeah, okay, so I'll put it in writing just so there's no argument later on, okay? Okay, now, the bid is 17th. The
The bid is
notification has to be
February
approved in writing by the town supervisor on February 17th, that's only 10 days. So it has to be done real quick to get it to the people. Take 3 days of mailing plus, printing it up.
Okay, so put in the answer question there.
It's not easy, 10,000.
I know. I said I can't.
Okay. the disposal of all brush collected has to go to a New York State Department of Environmental Conservation composting facility. And proof of that has to go to the town before they start. Oh, I foiled the town, they don't have it. Is that something that you're going to hold people to do?
If it's in the spec, we're gonna hold people to do it.
Why did they do in the past?
I do not know.
Okay, it talks about a grapple truck here. You have to have a grapple truck. I picked up brush for a total of 9 years from municipalities. I've never used a grapple truck, I never had to.
Well, if it's in the requirements, it's in the requirement.
That means you have to own one or have one available?
Have one available, yes, and meet all the requirements.
Okay. Even if you don't use it.
Even if you don't use it.
You're gonna have to use it, I'm telling you that right now.
Never used it before. I'll do it manual. Okay, containers and toters. They can be placed in a covered rigid plastic or metal container bag or biodegradable bags, blah, 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 okay? There are people that put it out in containers with attached covers. And usually these are very big.
I can't get into specifics of what customers do in the town of Cicero. I don't know exactly what he's.
But are you gonna hold fast on a 75-pound limit including?
Fast, I don't know if anybody's gonna be out there weighing or maybe there's something egregious.
It makes them way overweight and makes it very clumsy with these.
There's something
I'll put-
egregious
I'll
in
put
there.
it in.
Yeah, I'll put it in right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing that the town hasn't done is the successful contractor has to submit receipts that he's taking brush to New York State.
Yes,
They haven't done it. Are they going to?
it's part of the requirements, you have to do it. Yes.
Okay, I'll put that in ready too. And here's a big one. The town of Cicero may terminate this contract upon 10 calendar days, written notice to the contractor for any reason whatsoever, with or without cause. Who would be stupid enough to sign something like that? After getting all the equipment ready and getting everything you gotta get ready, and then the supervisor can come in and say, you're done in 10 days.
That's the
And you say,
supervisor's
what did we do
right.
wrong? And they say, didn't do anything wrong.
I
We just
can't
decided
get
to do
into
it."
those, now you're getting into hyperbole.
Well, I would strongly recommend that without cause be taken out of it.
Put it in writing, we'll answer your
It's the
question.
worst. Would anybody sign something where they can throw you out without cause? Does that make sense?
Almost.
You do it?
Almost
You
every
do.
one of the contracts that we sign out there has that clause in there. It's the date that's different. There's
You should
10
already
days.
bid on the job.
Yes,
You
it's
should-
The bonding
30
company
days.
going to give you back the money? You pay for the bond if they do that?
Don't
Okay.
screw up. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you should already have all your equipment ready to go when you bid on a job. You shouldn't bid on a job and then say, oh, now I gotta get the equipment. That's not how it works.
What if they say, it's not the equipment, we just don't like you?
I don't think they can say they just don't like you without
It
saying.
says they can right here.
Then, I guess,
You read that, you read
I
that.
did read it. I guess like you said, don't make a man angry.
Make the man angry.
Well, that concludes today. Like I said, any questions you can put in writing, because I don't want to get into a group discussion.
The only other question I had is you guys said you had to use cans and stuff, so like when they put like regular like sticks and twigs and stuff out, they can just put that loose out, you gotta pick it up that way, or does that have to be in the can as well?
I would, if you put that in questions.
Okay.
I live in Camilla, so I can just put anything in the.
Right, yeah, Camillus is a free-for-all, you throw whatever you want
Yeah.
on the thing.
Yes.
Same way here.
Okay.
And you have to take trees, whatever, there's no minimum. They cut down 10 trees and throw it in their front yard, they have to take it. That's hence the grapple truck.
Right.
That's why you
Well,
need-
most places don't ask you to pick up a 12-inch by 6-foot tree, so that's why they want to make sure that they're getting the value for their residents. Can you clarify the dates, because you got two different dates in there. You got to start on page 5, it says the schedule will go as follows, start as April 3rd, 2019, and then on the front page, it says that we're starting on the 1st of April. We starting on the 3rd or the 1st? And you said it's for a 10-month
On the first
period.
page?
Well, it's the second, I'm sorry, but I got weird page numbers here, I show you both. This is page 2.
Okay.
When I printed it out, so you got these dates here, you got it as April, and then you got this page over here on page 5, you're telling me that it's gonna be the 3rd. Which one, you want me to start on Wednesday or Monday?
Probably
assume Monday.
Monday, yeah, it was probably from the old.
And the only other thing is like, this one's telling me that I'm stopping the end of November, and you're telling me that there's 10 months worth of pickups.
There's,
It's a 10-month period over here, but you got me going through the end of January over here, so we're not picking
We'll
up in
clarify that.
we're not picking up in December.
okay. No problem, we'll clarify the term. Times.
Oh, I just want to also say you might want to throw in your bid legal fees, because that's why it keeps going out to bid, because the town keeps getting sued, because someone thinks they get cheated out of the contract. So just be aware of that.
They get cheated out of the contract?
Yeah, so that's why it keeps going out to bid,
I was gonna
because,
say, they just awarded it last year for a 3-year period, and it's back out at the end of 1 year.
yeah, because they,
They didn't back out, the judge threw the contract out.
yeah, because you said the county did it wrong, but we'll see what happens this time.
All right, well, that will conclude our meeting today.
Okay.
All right, like I said, any questions?
Second page.
Does anybody have my email?
I got
No, you
another
have card.
question.
Yeah, that's what I was grabbing. Jim Corbett, I got
Jennifer for No. She worked for the city, I mean, she works the park. Thank you, have a good day.
Okay.
Okay, another question. If in the event a lower bid is being rejected for any reason, the bidder shall have 48 hours to explain before an intent to award will be issued to another bidder. The last 3 bids, I was low bidder. You never told me, or gave me 48 hours.
Well, we will, there's letters that are sent out as letters of intent to award,
Well,
so.
sending out a letter and saying it's already been awarded is different than telling somebody that they're not going to give you the bid without a reason. It violates this right.
Put that in
Okay,
writing to
one
me.
more thing. No work shall begin or goods delivered until the contract has in place the required insurance and security and receive written notice to proceed. Complete the contract or purchase order as appropriate. Is that hard and fast? In other words, you have to have a signed contract and everything else in it?
I wouldn't, if I had a business, I would not do work without a signed contract.
For your information, the contract is started last April.
I mean,
It was signed in August.
that's a personal thing, if he wanted to.
That's not personal, that's the town, not
No,
what
I'm
it's
just
supposed
saying,
to be doing.
if he wanted to do it as a contractor, I would wait for a signed contract. but
Or a
that's-
contractor would want to do it.
That's illegal, it's an issue between the town and whoever's the contractor.
Okay.
Get Walter writing me, I will get you an addendum out next week.
I'll put everything in writing.
Yeah.
And when do I have to have the written?
By the 30th at 3 o'clock, that's just in case, because we have to go through the addendum process, and that's why I want everybody's email, so I can get them to quick. When you mail them out, it takes too long, so I want everybody's email.
As long as you have it in hand.
If not, if I get your
Because I
phone
can
number,
go
I'll
by
call you.
hand.
If I can't get through, a lot of times emails aren't compatible, I'll call the vendor and I'll get somebody to get it to you.
If one?
And so sometimes emails aren't compatible. If I go to go with my Outlook, it doesn't go with whatever yours is. That happens, not all the time, but enough to where I will call the vendor and make arrangements to get it to him or him pick it up.
Okay.
All right,
Good seeing you again.
seeing you.
Thanks again. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.